ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel, and also welcome back to the Anime Podcast Show. And today's episode is another anniversary video, and earlier in the year, around January, I talked about Detective Conan. In this anime series, and this is where my anime journey had begun, and teleported me into the world of the digital world, meeting our favorite Digidestins in Digimon. Where can I start with the creation of how the franchise began? It starts off with the virtual pets created by Bandai as a counterpart of Tamagotchi. It's released in June 1997 with the name Digimon, short for Digital Monster. Before what it is, it began as a manga series named Digimon Adventure V Tamer. Let me explain about the premise. In this universe, Tai participates in a V-Pet tournament, but he is disqualified because his Digimon isn't recognized as real. However, after a tied battle in the tournament, Tai is summoned to the digital world by Lord Magna Ungemon. There he meets his digital partner named Zinaru and joins forces with Magna Ungemon's servant Gabo. Together, they embarked on a mission to find the 5 V-Tamer tags and defeat the evil demon, who disrupted the digital world's peace. If Tai can't save the digital world, it would lead a clash between both worlds. The manga story had ran for 9 volumes between November 1998 to August 2003, and the manga got introduced the character of Tai Kamea as an alternative Tai to the one that would be featured in the main Digimon season. I'll get to that in a bit. Anyway, with a success of the manga, who would be perfect studio to produce it? Well, it's got to be Toei Animation. Would be an idea that they came up would be an adaptation for V-Tamer into an anime series. And this was before the manga's debut. But it didn't turn out what they wanted. So in this document, as a planning document for more than a year before the main series be broadcast, titled as Digital Monster, describing the storyline as a completed different version that the one that we got. Now, getting into the development of the anime, it was planned for another project, but it got rejected. Somehow, it's been ultimately redeveloped and would become a short film. However, shortly after the film's pitch to the studio, it was requested by Toei to turn it into a TV series, and decided to work on 2 projects at once. It's not a bad idea. They decided to animate the short film first, then work on the TV series later, and let the writers to find a way to introduce our characters. When it's ready to set to release, they decided to release and premiere the film and the series at the same time. But making final decisions, they wanted to release the film first, then released the TV series the next day. So that's what they did. So the short film that we got is the release titled Digimon Adventure, as a Toei Animation Fair for a spring 1999 screening alongside Yu-Gi-Oh! 1999 short film and Dr. Slump, a Raleigh surprise burn. The day after the films came out, the main series came out on March 7th, 1999, airing on Fuji TV at 9 AM. After the broadcast, it was a huge, massive success, becomes a brand new hot topic to become a massive franchise. Coming near to the end of the first season, deciding that they wanted to continue the story into a second season, Adventure 02. A week after airing the finale of season 2, it made another milestone success, then take another level, getting Digimon into the real world in Tamers. As what people say, it's the best season ever. Then somehow we saw in the next season as Digimon into Ancient Artifact in Frontier. Then taking a break for 3 years into Digimon as police officers known as DATs or Savers in Data Squad, or in Japan called Savers. Then they rebrand for a new generation of fans of Digimon, or even introduced the franchise to them. Became a failed success, but still came failed, for Fusion and App Monsters in 2010 and 2016. Then a reboot series came out in 2020, and that will be the Adventure series, but they changed the premise of the story and actually came as pros and cons, but still came as success. Somehow, after that success, they decided to do a new story or even take Digimon into a different direction, into a horror genre called Ghost Game. And that came more success, so what's next? That's the question for the next part, will be about the dubs. The English dub of Digimon. What's a big question? How did it came together? Well, it came together like this. It was by Saban Entertainment, who bring us a couple years ago earlier bringing DBZ on our screens, but came failed, until reruns came together on Toonami in 1998 and 1999. Anyway, it was acquired the rights for broadcasting it to air on Fox Kids with the fresh new VOs who will be a part of this iconic franchise titled as Digimon Digital Monsters. In this dub features an original soundtrack, made some changes to the characters' names, as well as edits pertaining to certain aspects such as violence to make the series more suitable for younger viewers. They premiered the series on Fox Kids August 1999. And of course, the rest is history. After the success, what they can do next. So they'd continue the pattern of continuing the brand of Digimon with seasons 2 to 4. And of course, forgot to mention is, what about Digimon the movie? With Digimon the movie, I've already talked about the first movie, let's talk about the other two. And these two films were Our War Game and Hurricane Touchdown. Starting with Our War Game, with the film Our War Game, got the same director for the short film Digimon Adventure. It was giving him to work on both Digimon films because he desired him to make movies. He had two plot ideas. One of them was a road trip film where Tai and an original character going a trip to Okinawa, and the other idea was Our War Games inspired film, which was a protagonist saves the world without leaving their house. One of the elements were used in the final version. The other idea was it would be focused on the year of 2000 problem was caused by a Digimon, and he wished that he would use the film to make the problem more understandable to children, but that concept got scrapped, and he believed that the film would become dated after the year of 2000 has passed. In the 40-minute runtime had seeked the film as less serious than the short film as a childish, simple story where you just have to enjoy the thrill. Now to Hurricane Touchdown film. There were numerous plots being pitched for the 2000 summer Toei Anime Fair Digimon project, until they had found a story to do would be taken into a different direction from their two previous films. In this one be a particular from a hero film. They're using the film's theme to explore the true nature of things and the question of what a monster actually is. The film came in for a 60-minute runtime and has seeked into a serious or even interesting story. Now to the English dub of Digimon the movie. Making the film was a pain in the ass. The movie project began when the wake of the significant success that Warner Brothers had seen distributing 4Kids Entertainment of Pokemon the first movie or Mewtwo Strikes Back, and The Power of One or the movie 2000. 20th Century Fox desired similar success for a Digimon feature film. However, at that time, Toei had not produced any Digimon films to work with, so they used the short films and recut into a single feature film after the release of Digimon the movie. But despite receiving negative reviews, the film achieved success for grossed in total $16 million worldwide in the box office from a $5 million in budget. It has well received by fans, praising its positive aspects. To this day, the film is a cult classic, as among fans knows about the film, people still talks about the film to this day. Until it was revealed after 23 years since its release, the three movies is back in their original formats into an uncut versions, and very excited to myself as well that my favorite voice actors from the original Digimon series, and they dubbed it years ago with Digimon the movie, are reprising their roles for those three films. Well, who knows if they are going to continue for more future movies? who the hell knows? So, Collection 1 by Discotek Media, including that the original dub of Digimon the movie is getting remastered, and it's going to be edited in that Collection 1 DVD release. So thank you Sound Cadence and Discotek Media to bring the film to its original format. So this is my honesty here, but I've been waiting for these films to be redubbed for the last 6 years. So I've been waiting for this to come. I can't believe I freaking manifested this to happen. So, and get to hear them one last time. If you do it, yes, they will pull it off. Back to the dubs here. The next series, Digimon Data Squad, in Japan they had a 3-year hiatus between Frontier and Data Squad. However, the dub was 4 years because it took them 18 months to be in production with scripts, get the cast together, record, post-production, and lastly, premiere on TV. Then the next series, Fusion, it had a series going, oh, this is not going to be good. It was a success in Japan, but outside of Japan, didn't. The popularity kind of grew out of it because it was dying down. And not even interested or even older fans of Digimon had grew out of it. So they had dubbed for 2 seasons, but a 3rd season got scrapped because it was lacking, and so they didn't continue it since. Since then, we had no English dubs by that point for the TV side of Digimon, until in the year 2022, it was announced that Digimon Adventure Reboot series is receiving an English dub, and sad enough, it's not the original cast, but at least we have a new cast joining in the Digimon universe. I'm happy the cast we gotten is not only they're the best, but they are unbelievable and outstanding English dub cast in their own rights. The following year, in the year 2023, with the available of the dub was complicated. First, it was purchased on Microsoft Store on April 13th, then the streaming service on Hulu was on July 1st. But wait, there's more. Got more movies to explain. Now back to the movies of the English dubs. So the next films were being dubbed by Studio Applus. That's the studio who dubbed for Naruto, Digimon, Data Squad to the reboot, Bleach, Summer Spider So What, etc. Anyway, those films were Revenge of the Oboromon, Battle of Adventures, Runaway Locomon, and Island of the Lost Digimon. Those films were the last films before they came back in 2016 for that cast to reprise their roles for the next films that will be coming out in the next decade. So, it was produced by Disney and aired on Jetix between August to October 2005. Then almost a decade ago, I just mentioned, we have 6 new Digimon movies as Digimon Adventure Tri. Of course, this was the return of our characters, and most of the English dub cast had reprised their roles for a long time. This was for me and the older fans who grew up with the original series, but still, it's very exciting. It followed up to a film we were not gonna see our favorite characters again for one last time in Last Evolution Kazuna. And of course, to the English cast, they absolutely killed it, as always, and this was the final chapter for the Adventure cast, except for TK and Kari, because we will see them again in the follow-up movie that will be coming out in October by the time of this video comes out. Well, the film's already out by that point, but yeah. The next film is called The Beginning. By the film comes out, I bet it's gonna go success. And people will love it, and for us, in the international side, we will get our release, including the release of the dub. Before wrapping up the video is a few things I want to mention about. There were a few international dubs, such as the Filipino dub, the Spanish dub, and the French dub. And then there was 2 movies that never got dubbed. And that would be the 3D CGI movie, Digital Monster X Evolution, and the Data Squad movie, Ultimate Power Activate Burst Mode. And a few mangas came after Adventure V Tamer. It was Chronicle, Next, also by our Dark Horse, published the American-style comic books adapting the first 13 episodes of Season 1 of Digimon that came out in 2001, and had various video games. One question is, What is the legacy for the Digimon franchise anyway? The franchise has gone and left us impression came a huge success than Pokemon. Pokemon way more popular than Digimon. Sorry about that. Sorry I have to say that, but yeah, it is true. Anyway, the point is that with various of Digimon series, video games, movies, and merchandising, it allowed fans to engage with Digimon and still holds a special place in their hearts of many fans who grew up watching in the late 90s or early 2000s. Its nostalgic appeal has led to revivals, reboots, and anniversary celebrations, allowing both new and old fans to the franchise and reconnect with our favorite characters with this massive globally success franchise and see the generation of fans or even new characters for future TV shows or movies. So keep the legacy of Digimon alive. Well, we're about to wrap things up. Happy 25 years of the Digimon anime, and it was a hell of a journey to talk about one of my favorite franchises, and as one of my very first anime shows I got into, and now become 20 years of being a fan of this franchise. It's unbelievable. And marking it as a beloved and iconic series worldwide. So that is it for the Anime Podcast Show anniversary. Hope you all enjoy it. Comment, like, and subscribe. If you haven't done it yet, hit that notification bell if you want to know when I upload again. So take care of yourselves, everyone. Stay safe and peace.